Just me by myself. No Dave, look. The vacant chair. There's an old saying and it says you don't know what you've got until it's gone, and that is so true. That's how I feel about old Dave not being here with me. Crap. Anyway, good morning. I yesterday were honoured and privileged to do the funeral of a young lad who will be forever 18, although it was his birthday while he were in our care. Macaulay, and died in a tragic car accident, and it was huge. The funeral, it was just unbelievable how much love they were there for that young lad. It took my breath away, and everybody what works for me, it took they couldn't believe it. It was just staggering. And we left on Arbourthorne, where he lived, with an horse and carriage. We left with horse and carriage, 3 limousines, our owners, which we always took out, and all the way around where he lived, people were coming out and stood on the gates and watching. We made us way Eastern Avenue, what do you call it, Arbourthorne Road. We made us way onto Arbourthorne Road. I couldn't believe how many cars were following us. When we arrived at City Road, as we were up at the top with the horse and carriage and limousines, they were still coming in through entrance. And I don't care how much money anybody's got in the bank. I don't care what car they drive or how big their houses are. Because at the end of the day, it's not about that. They're material things. They don't actually belong to you. They're only yours while you're here and alive. Because when you're dead, somebody else will have them. So basically, you bought an house, but in actual fact, you're only using it while you live there. While you're alive. So some people are millionaires, or they say, oh, I'm a millionaire, because they've got £1 million in bank. They might have got 3 million in bank. Class themselves as a millionaire. But they're poor in a lot of other ways. They're really poor in a lot of other ways because they haven't got nobody around them. They haven't got nobody close to them. Well, Macaulay, without a doubt, in life, was one of life's millionaires. He had so much love of people and respect, and he genuinely were a nice kid. Everybody says that when somebody dies. He were a nice lad. But from what I heard about talking about Macaulay to his friends and asking what he were like and his family, everybody said the same. He genuinely were a nice kid. It were an hard funeral to do, actually. It were a difficult one. Unexpected funerals always are, and it's irrelevant regarding age. I know people say, oh, only 18. Macaulay lived 18 years longer than a lot of people that we look after. He had an education, he went to school, although a lot of Arbourthorne probably didn't want to go to school. Some people pass away when they're born sleeping. Some people pass away after a few days, few hours. But Macaulay filled every one of them 18 years. Every single day, he packed it with stuff. Absolutely packed it. Yesterday, although the funeral were for Macaulay, it were his mum and his dad and his sister and brother. It's them members of family that chokes me up. It's not the fact that this funeral's for Macaulay. Yeah, he's only a young lad. Yeah, it's sad. But I honestly believe he's in a better place. But his family yesterday were just... oh, they were amazing. They were amazing. It weren't about none of them. They made sure that from start to finish, it were about a young lad called Macaulay. So, I'm not at the farm, it's Wednesday. No, it's not. Yeah, it is, it's Wednesday. Look at what day it is. I can never remember days, mate. 29th of January, Wednesday, 9:56. Some days in funeral business, funeral industry, funeral profession, funeral vocation, call it what you want. Because if I say funeral industry, people like, oh, you shouldn't call it an industry, it's not very nice. Bollocks. What is it then? It's a business, obviously. If it weren't a business, nobody would do it. Who would want to do this for nothing? Who would want to put the sentence through what funeral directors put the sentence through for absolutely nothing? Nobody. Nobody. There'd be no crematoriums, there'd be no crematorium staff, there'd be no mortuaries, there'd be no mortuary staff. Everything is a business in life, but it's how that business is run. It's how it looks after people that makes the difference. But back to what I was saying, I sometimes wonder, why do I put myself through this? I have days, alright, I'm funeral director, I own it all, I walk around, my lads are working, I'll go with a cup of tea and stand and have a chat to them, see what they're all up to. Yeah, but it's not about that. It's not about a sign on your door that says boss, because I ain't got one. So don't class me as boss. We're all mucking together. What funeral directors do, the people who own the business I'm talking about, they're funeral director. People who you see out on funerals are driver bearers and conductors, people who walk it from to hearse and all that. Out on a funeral, main person there is conductor. He's conducting the funeral. Funeral director, if people say to you, oh, I'm a funeral director at Co-op. You're not a funeral director at Co-op, you work for the Co-op. Funeral directors work for nobody except the family who they're caring for. So we make that point clear. I know a lot of people don't like me saying that, and a lot of people in industry say, oh, no, I'm a funeral director, I direct the funeral. You don't direct the funeral, you conduct the funeral. Funeral's already been directed by the person who's booked it in, gone through everything, sorted it. So, anyway, I'm not. It's my business. But why do we put a sentence through it? I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Some days I'd gladly hand keys of my business to somebody and give them and say, I've had enough. There's days when I feel like that massively. Yesterday were one of them days. That rattling about is our box. That were clever, weren't it? Dipstick. Come straight across. I'm in middle lane. He comes straight across. No indication at all. Tosses. Some days are crap. Yesterday yesterday were really down there. Whole team felt it. We all felt it yesterday. And there's always more bad days to come, isn't there? Rubbish. So why do we put a sentence through it? Because sometimes it's torture. It is absolutely, I can't begin to tell you how difficult this job is. Oh, I'd love to do your job. I hear that all the time. Oh, I'd love to do what you do. Would you? Do you actually know what I do? Yeah, you make people look pretty, don't you, in coffins and that. You haven't got a clue. Anybody who thinks it's all that, ain't got a clue. They've no idea. You sat talking to a mother who's lost her son in a tragic accident, who can't stop wiping tears from her eyes, who can't speak because the grief is that painful. You're making sure that all coffins is in what you need and you ordered. You need your stock, your coffin liners, your frills from Atkinson's and all that. Steve Salts, making sure your coffins are all alright. So you wear a lot of hats. That's the best thing to do. You make sure that your cars are all alright, they're up to date with an insurance tax test, and they're all in good order. So you're in charge of that, because yeah, I pay someone to do that, but in actual fact, if up was wrong, it's me that cops the shit. You're a debt collector. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? People wouldn't imagine that we're debt collectors. All funeral directors are debt collectors. I'm a debt collector for Sheffield City Council because they want £1,300 for a cremation. I have to pay that £1,300 on family's behalf for that cremation to take place. I've then got to claim that back off that family, obviously. If we didn't, we wouldn't be in business. I'm a debt collector for speakers and celebrants and priests and churches. We're debt collectors. Am I sick of being a debt collector and a funeral director and an arranger and a mortuary technician? Am I sick of being a valeter, cleaning cars? Because I do sometimes. It's not unlike unusual if I go and clean cars. Just having a dark day, as you can see. Anyway, why do we do it? Don't know. I ain't got a clue. I love it. I love it, and I'm passionate about it. And every single family that funeral directors look after should be treated as though they're the only family that funeral director's caring for. We've 27 people in care today. I've just been in mortuary. We have 27 people in care. And every one of them families, including the Corleys yesterday, will only think we're looking after them. They'll think that we're the only family that we're caring for. I mean, the funeral directors couldn't handle 27 people in care at any one time. It's sun in your eyes. I'm sorry, I didn't realise the camera would hear and the sun's there. I think it's sun. It's like a big bright thing up there to the right hand side. Think about a minute. Let's see if sun's in your eyes. Oh, it's right bad. How's that? Oh. Anyway, I've been on 14 minutes and I'm almost where I'm going. I want you to all, if you love somebody, actually tell them. Bring them up and say, just making sure you're alright. And they might say, yeah, why, what's up? No, I just wanted you to know I love you. Just wanted you to know. Might make somebody's day. Might make somebody happy. Might not make their husbands happy. Or the wives happy that you've rung somebody and told them that. Might do it anyway. Well, that were clever, weren't it? Don't fucking apologise, just cut me up. Do you know something? A lot of them would be better off sticking to riding camels. Right. Taxi drivers. I'm here and I'm going. Look after your sons. Take care. And I shall put this on in a bit. Ta-da. That's where I am.